ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Taken at the goal line. They take this year to 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. It's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Cousins looking to put it up right away. He's going to hook up to Odell Beckham. And then he gets down to about the 17-yard line here. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receivers come across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He's got his man. Nice. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. With career touchdown number 60. And the Vikings march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reacting. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. They start to drive on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And that nearly an interception here on his opening drive, but he gets a retrieve. It's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted.
That's
it's
what I like.
Dantzler who picks
Good
it.
shit.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Nice.
CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
Good. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
They're not going to run it.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Come on.
So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They just tried to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
Down to the 42, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, Kamara.
Oh.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short yardage, Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like this will continue to have to dig out of this hole.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On second and 12, Winston. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold him for just a short game.
On third down, Winston. The pass caught by Olave. And the tackle made it to 13. He is well short of the first. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to make it fourth down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated.
Yeah.
You think you can do it the whole season, the whole way. That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss get us off your back.
That is the logo.
You can move forward from there.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Cousins throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The numbers for him from a week ago: 4 catches, 112 yards, and a touchdown.
Look, I know everybody wants to be number 1 in everything they do, but he's number 2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Again, it's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he's inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Throwing, Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Winston's. Nowhere to go. He lost the football.
Damn it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Come on.
To throw, Winston.
Nice.
As he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you've got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
That's pulled in at the 32.
Whoa.
And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've got the lead here as they begin this drive, trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth from the loss last week to the LA Chargers. Cousins on first down. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Play fake. Cousins. He completes it to Beckham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cook.
Oh, shit.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half. And the red zone, I guess this is where you have a guy like
without a doubt, and if you have him, you use it because he's a guy who's going to be just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Choose guys out there. They'll go for 2. Cousins will try and throw. Oh, shit. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
Most teams do in their two-point attempt to pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. Remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back to 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Jameis to throw it. Pass complete to Olave. And not much happening there. He's taken down blood. A late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call.
Damn it.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball. And unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Following the penalty, it's Camara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. A quick one here hauled in by Camara. And they're going to move it down the inside the 25.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They go play action. Winston.
Oh,
And that is incomplete.
Nice.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Adam Troutman from 13 yards out. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you, and that time they were on guard. Incomplete.
That will be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Nope. Go for it.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. Fourth down, Cousins. Got an open man following Jefferson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A first down throw for Cousins. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. He'll buy some time right. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does. And we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practice now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where this is anymore.
Shit.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Second down and goal. Cousins.
Got this.
And Felix got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game to get somebody here. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Touchdown.
That score that they just gave us there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Kevin O'Connell choosing to lead his guys out there, and they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw.
Oh, my God.
Can't get rid of it, so a sack on a 2-point try.
But they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and bring the football out to the 25. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively.
Fumble.
But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a switchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown.
Boy, you do this.
That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On the jet sweep, here comes
Oh,
Jefferson.
man.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. They go play action. Cousins steps away. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Winston now. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly are setting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Winston.
Come on.
He'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing, Winston. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. To the air again with Winston. Throw left side complete to Troutman. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Winston. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Winston. And incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Saints get a bit closer. Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leaving his offense out on the field. Winston to throw for it.
Oh,
That's
shit.
2. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Yeah, they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there.
Come on.
Intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. Complete to Olave on the out route. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space. Maybe too close to your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Now a handoff up the middle. Sellers. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The busy night continues for Kamara. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Winston.
No.
The hitter here, it's complete.
Oh, man.
Touchdown, Saints.
I can't believe it.
A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. The extra point up and good as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Vikings head out to take over once again. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football. High percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Off the play fake, Cousins.
Nice.
He's going to pull that in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
Oh, my God.
This defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play action now. Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Right.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
Oh, my gosh. Fucking more.
Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. On play action, Cousins. The catch is made. Do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. That last pass might be one he remembers, Charles. He's now over 40,000 career passing yards.
And just think of the evolution of the passing game in the NFL. 40,000 at one time was unthinkable. No one thought anyone would ever get there. Now, how many guys have done it in the NFL?
Yeah, right around 20.
So we're talking a good number that have gotten that done, throwing the ball downfield. He's got a lot to be proud of and a lot more left to accomplish.
They'll run with Cook. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Wow.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook.
Come on.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run for it with Cook.
Oh, my gosh.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away.
Finish it off.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Winston readies the offense. Down by 11. A minute 44 to go. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger. Jameis now on first down. He's got his target. It's Olave. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Winston now to throw on first down.
Oh, shit.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. A first down throw for Winston. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now Jameis trying to hurry his crew to the line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Back to Kamara for another catch. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big game downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quick.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing here, Cousins.
Oh,
and the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. A.J. Epinesa, the one credited for the sack. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run, and of course, get to the quarterback. That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Cousins on 3rd and 2. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now we'll get whistles, and they signal for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for Minnesota, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.
It's a wrap.